They start the drive with Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. Cook up the gut. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Cook running right. Oh, nice move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him now. What a and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, it's Barnett. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. He'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 47. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity. It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes, you know.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
19 tight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his tight end, Goedert. That's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 11. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His 1st career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off. but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On play action, they'll throw. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Devontae Smith, 45 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 138 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Again, it's Cook. Room here to run. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Running off tackle with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. A give. This is Cook, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. They run it again with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. In motion right is Watkins. They go play action here on 1st down. Again, that's Watkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Back to the ground, Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Cook again. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not... Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook stripped, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Eagles 21.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken from about the 12. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A toss to Cook. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On second down, Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to throw. Finding Watkins. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.